So you're thinking about becoming a franchisee. Seems like a great idea, right? You get all the benefits of being a business owner, but without having to deal with the most difficult part: creating a product, marketing a product, developing a brand, formulating policies, procedures, and strategies. While franchises can be a great path for many entrepreneurs, there are many downsides to becoming a franchisee, and therefore, there are certain alternatives that should be considered for the budding entrepreneur. First, let's take a look at the upsides and the downsides of becoming a franchisee to see why or why not people may want to choose this path. 1. You start with a successful business network. Upon becoming a franchisee, you are buying into a network that has already figured out the best strategies and procedures for success. You can benefit from this formulaic success in many ways, in that the strategies that lead to success are already established. So in the case that you encounter problems, there will be many people with similar experiences there to help. 2. You build on a successful foundation. If you are taking on a successful franchise, there are already many very important and difficult things already figured out, including branding, inventory management, target market, employee management, business technology, budgeting, and much more. These are often the most difficult things to figure out about a business, so having these taken care of is huge. 3. You become part of a recognizable brand. This is the most important benefit of taking on a franchise. The end goal of every business, ultimately, is to develop a brand which is immediately recognizable. The benefits of this branding is that customers know what to expect from your business and are therefore more likely to do business with you. 4. No prior business experience needed. Generally speaking, brands do not require franchisees to have business degrees or even business experience. Most franchise brands provide the necessary training required to run the business up to their standards. Most initiatives, including marketing, updated procedures, new products, and services, come from the franchise corporation itself. In this way, the bigger business decisions will be made for you, and you just have to run the business itself. 5. High rate of success. Buying a franchise does not guarantee success, but it does make it more likely. According to Entrepreneur, 85% of independent businesses fail, compared with only 10% of new franchise locations. Again, this makes sense when you consider that brands looking to expand have probably already figured out the formula to success. By becoming part of that formula, rather than trying to figure it out on your own, you're giving yourself a running start. 6. Often more affordable than starting an independent business. Starting a business, no matter the size, is expensive. Startup expenses include leases, permits, employees, inventory, tools, furniture, copyrights, insurance, and much more. When you purchase a franchise, all these things are typically included and cost cheaper as you are buying them in a bundle, compared to if you were buying them all separately. 7. Easier to find investors. Investors are much more likely to put money into a new franchise location than into a novel venture. So, because your business is a franchise, it may be easier to find investors to put money into your business, compared to if you were opening a totally new business concept. So you can see that there are many benefits to opening a franchise. The proven business formula, pre-marketed products with existing demand, and concrete practice procedures take a huge headache out of the startup and maintenance of the business. Seems perfect, right? Talk to any franchisee and you'll realize that this seemingly picture-perfect business formula does not always work out. While there are aforementioned benefits we have already discussed, there are less known downsides to opening a franchise that you should consider before jumping right in. Let's take a look at those to gain some perspective. Startup costs. Many franchises require a ton of initial costs. These costs can often add up to be more than it would cost to start your own business. 2. Royalties. As long as you own the franchise, you will be required to pay a percentage of your monthly gross back to the franchise, which will always reduce your profit potential. 3. Marketing fees. To benefit from the marketing of the franchisor, you still have to pay marketing fees. You don't have the discretion of how those marketing dollars are spent. 4. Limited flexibility. Most franchise contracts have strict standards, allowing little flexibility or no changes to the brand. This stifles the franchisee's ability to have any creative control over the brand or product. 5. Suppliers. Some franchise contracts stipulate that franchisors must buy supplies only from an approved list of suppliers, possibly at a higher cost. 7. Locked in by long-term contract. No matter what type of contract you choose, you are typically tied in for the long run. So if you choose the wrong franchise, you're stuck for a while. 8. Dependent on franchisor reputation. When you become a franchisee, the reputation of the franchisor becomes your reputation. So no matter how good your individual business reputation is, it is only as good as the franchise itself. So you can see that there are both pros and cons to starting a franchise, and you should carefully weigh out both sides to figure out if it will work for you. There are also alternatives to franchises that have benefits of having a well-crafted and polished business model while also allowing franchisees freedom to be creative and make modifications to marketing and products. We at CashForGenerations.com have a great franchise alternative that presents all the benefits of a franchise without the negative sides. It's an opportunity that can generate wealth for generations to come, and is based on a proven, well-developed system that has been tested and has been shown to be successful for hundreds of people, much like a franchise. Also, much like a franchise, we can provide you with the necessary training to make you successful, and you don't need any prior business experience to achieve a high rate of success. There are also low startup costs. But unlike a franchise, you have the freedom to do things your own way. You don't need a physical location, and you can be your own boss. There are no long-term contracts or royalties. There are no marketing fees, suppliers, and you have unlimited flexibility. You also aren't affected by the reputation of other franchisees. This opportunity we're talking about is the best of both worlds. The proven formula of a franchise, but the freedom of a typical small business. And if you're an entrepreneur, it's literally a dream. You can set up revenue streams that will generate cash for you forever, multiplying over time based on a proven system, all the while you have the freedom to do what you want. Many people have generated six-figure cash flow from this opportunity due to it being based on a proven system. We have seen people become extremely successful overnight because they follow a formula much like a franchise. It can allow you to achieve financial freedom without the tie-downs of a normal 9 to 5. So if you're looking for the best affordable franchise alternative in 2021, we have the solution. It's a proven system that will allow you financial freedom, lush prosperity, and a bossless world for years to come. Contact us at the link in our description to get started today.